Then we went. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the EZPZ podcast, episode 16. Coming at you, the first and only and last episode 16. We've got a few funny things. Dan's gonna review a coffee shop in Des Moines. Nick, you've got some fun stuff with police brutality, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, some fun stuff.
Yeah. Halloween just happened. We all lost our voice, so I mean just me. And then I'm going to talk about an experience I had at Wynnsong Theaters here in Johnston and about how they can go fuck themselves. Just kidding. Not really. But anyway, let's get right in. So
yeah, what happened to Wynnsong?
Okay.
You were talking about it last week.
So let me build on this. My dad went and saw a movie with my little sister maybe 3 months ago, this summer, okay? And while he was there, literally during the movie, a part of the ceiling, what's it called? The plaster on the ceiling just fell on his head. And everybody in the theater was freaking out because they could see it. He was in the front row or whatever. And, the ceiling falls on his head.
Oh my god.
And my dad's I'm gonna lawyer up, I'm gonna go. No, he wasn't that bad, but he was what the hell? This is not an experience I paid for.
Wait, I would have gotten something out of that.
Right, yeah. Well, he talked to a lawyer or something, it's not worth it. But, well, he has no actual injuries from it, but at the same time, it's messed up, right?
Yeah, it should not be happening.
He gets 2 or 3 free movie tickets. Okay, so fast forward to a week ago, I went and saw Steve Jobs with him, which overall, the movie is pretty solid.
What would you rate it out of 1 to 10?
I would probably give it a 5.5, 6.
I'm fairly average, but not terrible.
Right, no, it was far from terrible. It was an okay movie, so a 6. That's why I think okay is in my book.
I heard it was good and better than the previous one.
Right, well, it was better than Ashton Kutcher's version. I like that version a lot only because I don't know, I just kind of like the whole aspect of Steve Jobs as a visionary through a few life experiences like LSD.
Yeah.
But anyway, we see Steve Jobs, pretty good, but as soon as we walk in to get tickets for the movie theater or for the show, there was bunch of construction, they have tons of signs because they have tons of construction going on, and it's you don't even know where to go. One of the entire sides is of the theaters, where they sell popcorn concessions, it's just completely guarded off. It had caution tape kind of stuff. What the hell? So we get our tickets, we go into the theater, it says on the ticket. No one's even standing to direct you, you know?
Really?
It's so weird. This is stuff that you just expect.
Go in without a ticket even.
Right. Yeah. This is stuff you learn to expect throughout the last 10, 20 years of seeing movies.
Right.
And so we go into the wrong theater and it starts playing that Vin Diesel Witch Hunter movie.
Oh my gosh.
And we're what the hell? And everybody in the theater, everybody was what the hell? This is happening again? Because apparently they were moved from the right theater because somebody an actual employee had gone in and told them that was the wrong theater. They go to the Witch Hunter Vin Diesel movie, and then
were they all expecting the Steve Jobs movie?
Yeah. All these people were what the hell? What's going on? Everyone was cussing. I was what? Oh, I get it. Everyone else is in the same position as me and my dad. So we go into the right theater, the Steve Jobs movie, okay? It starts playing, and it starts with a 1984 commercial, that, the Mac commercial. Have you ever seen it?
Maybe.
The 1984 Apple commercial. It's a really popular.
Oh yeah.
It's really popular. And it's pretty crazy. He was there's a bunch of jokes in the movie about how he should have won an award just for the commercial because it was so good. But it starts playing that it starts with the beginning of the movie, and all of a sudden it cuts. The movie just stops playing. Yeah, and everyone in theater flips their shit. My dad and I are just at this point, whatever. We wanted to just get a movie with my father-son thing, this happens once a month at most. And so we all go out, all of us, leave the theater except for, some old people in the back. And we go and, talk to, somebody, anybody, can you help us? And, they're oh, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you, your money back and stuff. So they ended up giving us our money back, 2 free tickets, and then 2 free tickets. So we got 4 free tickets. Because my dad asked for 2, I asked for 2.
Nice.
That's not too bad, though.
No, but, bottom line is we went to the wrong theater. Then we went to the theater. It wasn't playing that movie. Then we went to the wrong theater. because that's what it said on the ticket, and that's what somebody told us to do.
Yeah.
We went back, and it starts playing the right movie like 15 minutes later because they had to wait for everybody else to like get in. And then they cut the movie. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, actually, Ian, who was a guest on the show a couple months ago, he actually
episode 11, I believe.
Yeah, he used to work there. And he said
I used to live down the street. I loved Wynnsong. That's where I went and saw my first theater movie alone, Spider-Man 2.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I used to live right over there too.
Yeah, totally.
And
yeah.
that was the go-to theater. And whenever I went,
it's like a shell of itself. Like, what do you just went and saw a movie in at Jordan Creek recently, right?
yeah, it was Bridge of Spies.
Ooh, Tom Hanks.
With Tom Hanks, which was really good.
Everyone's been saying that.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a 2.5 hour long movie. Only felt like an hour and a half.
Nice.
So
That's a good sign.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was a good experience. I've never had any issues over at that theater, but it is newer.
It's great. They know what they're doing.
I love their seats. Like, I feel like I'm like sitting in I'm paying for this seat. Like, it feels good. Like,
right.
The Wynnsong Theater seats are pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie. But like, if you go to Cobblestone or Southridge, you can feel the difference. Like,
You can.
You're paying for, and it's like the older I get, like I'm still sore from Friday's Halloween freakout party here in Des Moines, and we're recording on Sunday, November 1st. So like,
have you ever been to the IMAX theater?
No, I've never even seen IMAX. Like, how pathetic is that?
Oh yeah, I was about to say my
you
sister
should.
got for me, her, and a couple friends tickets opening night to see Star Wars at the IMAX.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know if it's sold out yet.
It's probably not sold out.
Yeah,
it might be.
That's legit.
I went to see Avatar there a few years ago, whenever that came out.
So I saw Avatar in 3D, 2011. I think,
did
or
see
2010. That was a really good movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was like pretty much Pocahontas is what everyone's like saying about it. Like, well, that was like their like the people. What are they? Nihilistic people. Like the people that just like to talk shit about like the stuff that everyone loves.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like you, Dan. So let's get right into a review of a coffee shop here, Dan.
Alright, so this week we're going to start a new segment. I don't know what it's going to be called, but I'm going to review something every episode. And this episode I'm going to review Sidebar, which is a coffee shop that we talked about a month ago. That had just opened up about a month ago, and I finally went. So,
where's Sidebar located?
It is in Capitol Square, and which is just a couple blocks away from here. Is basically straight downtown. Yeah, so I had time to go about a week ago, and I was just like, oh, I could go for a cup of coffee and a walk, and it's within walking distance. So I go over about 4 p.m. on a weekday, and normally if I go to a coffee shop, I'll just get a vanilla cappuccino. So I know if it's going to be good or bad.
Based on that, because you've had plenty of them in your life.
That's usually my go-to drink.
Right.
So I get there, and I was the only person there just because it was a weird time to go. And staff was friendly. I really liked the layout of the place. It was really sleek and...
so Sidebar is not like a franchise or anything. It's like it's like the first location ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's more than going to be more than one location. Especially after my experience, which we're going to get to.
Snap.
So there was just a couple people working, and
and you
first off, they were all talking, and I wasn't okay. I'm just gonna dive right in, and they could have been a lot more friendly. Whatever, it wasn't a big deal. I was just there for the coffee. I get my cappuccino, and then I was sitting down, and then
how was the seating? Was it nice? Was it like quaint? Like what's the Mars Cafe? I kind of like.
Yeah, kind of like that, except it's all black and white.
Okay.
So yeah, there's like. Cool
is that their thing? Black and white.
Like a theme?
Like is that their theme?
I have no idea. Well, their theme is shit coffee.
Oh.
But yeah, so I get this cappuccino. It was a large French vanilla cappuccino, and of course it's like $4 and some change.
It's ridiculous.
So I'm expecting at least like $3 of enjoyment out of this. First off, I have a sip. It is like scalding hot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Is like this is. I mean, it was ridiculously hot. Like it was ridiculous. And then I give it like 10 minutes, and it doesn't even taste like coffee. It tastes like
Warm, hot water.
I went off on a rant to my sister about this. The best description I had of it was it tasted like watered down poop juice. It was disgusting. I didn't even finish it. And I was like, whatever. I'm not really gonna complain. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe she's new, and I just leave, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
So. About a week goes by, and this was last weekend. I was out over at a bar in East Village, and towards the end of this night, this girl comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about the other day." And I was like,
"What?
Who are you?"
Yeah.
I don't what's going on. And she's like, "Oh, I was the person who made your coffee at Sidebar, and I just totally messed it up."
Oh,
what?
And I was like, and you didn't come up to me when you realized this.
Say anything?
And you didn't say anything.
And now I see you out in public somewhere else, and what? Are you serious? This actually happened?
This actually happened. She came up to me and apologized.
That's hilarious.
And so I was nice about it, and she's like, "I'll make it up next time." I was like, "You better." If I even go back, honestly.
Right.
But it just, first off, make the coffee right the first time. Second off, if you mess up, it is going to be much better for you if you just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I messed up your coffee.
That's such an
Give me
awkward
extra minute."
exchange.
Just redo it right there, yeah.
That's so weird. That would have made me sick to my stomach just to watch, in a movie or whatever. That exchange.
Right.
You were out in public, and some random person that made your coffee a week ago just rocks up "Hey, guess what? Sorry about this. I made your shitty poop juice."
I knowingly gave you poop juice, and I didn't do anything to
I think that
stop
was
it.
her way of hitting on you.
Probably. And I didn't, that was it. That was the conversation we had, and I was like, "Yep, thanks. Bye."
I'm gonna trash you on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, want to get into some other stuff we're about to trash?
This is just a trash episode. Wynnsong,
Yeah, trash
Sidebar.
can. We're like a garbage dumpster on fire going down the street. Let's trash Freak Out.
Okay, what was Freak Out?
I'm gonna trash Freak Out.
Okay.
Nick's too afraid.
No,
so,
no,
Okay, I
Freak
didn't
Out.
go, so yeah, explain to me, because it was a show, and G. Jones was one of the performers I saw, so I wanted to go, but I worked. So
Okay, so
break it down.
basically, 515 Alive, they put on a Halloween party on Friday, October 30th, and it was Dr. P headlining, G. Jones, Prob Cause, and a list of locals.
So,
10
really? People who aren't in the know, those are all producers.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a bunch of
DJ,
producers, DJs, yeah. It was
And,
a lot of fun overall. Actually, I had a lot of fun. It was 16 and up, so, we're a little bit above that. So we were expecting it to be a little bit weird when it comes to, security being a little bit more hefty and so forth. And it wasn't at all. No problems that way. There was some security walking through the crowd, just like there should be, in my opinion.
Where is this at?
It was at Valair.
Valair. Okay.
Yeah, Valair. It was... So it's a 3,000 cap room for people that don't know about Valair.
How many actual people were there?
Probably 1,500 at most.
Really?
1,000. I don't know. I'm probably
I'm terrible at eyeballing crowds.
Yeah, I am
never know.
too.
It's hard to judge because there was so many people in and out. It was there was a lot of people condensed, and then there was a lot of people spread out at the bar, at the merch,
Right.
at the bathrooms. Oh my god.
Yeah.
God, the line for the girls' bathroom was so bad compared to guys. All night.
So why are you trashing this?
So it was a good experience. It was a good show and everything. But they advertised that they were gonna do a costume contest, just like you should for a Halloween show.
Yep.
So we walk in, we have all of us went all out. Well, not
Yeah,
really,
you did.
not really me, but Lydia, Nick, Shayna, a couple other friends Ben. Ben. Oh my god,
Ben
he
was
went
insane.
all out and built an entire Deathstroke armor. He had the
He had a
sword.
legit sword. He was actually carrying a sword.
Yeah, a legit sword. He went all out. It was awesome.
So they didn't do the contest?
Yeah, they did the contest. And it was they went up in the crowd and told Nick he ended up winning best overall contest.
What?
Yeah. So Nick, yeah.
So
Explain,
okay,
yeah.
So
What did you win?
Throughout the night,
We'll
they
get
were
there.
going up there and telling people they won.
So basically, it was in between sets. I think it might have been before Prob Cause went on. They were all right, we're gonna do the Halloween contest now. Anyone that wants to enter, go to the left side of the stage. So we all go to the left side of the stage. We're all just chilling there, hanging out. Don't know what's going on. And I guess the whole time, everybody thought that we were going to go on stage and they were going to judge us right then. But some dude, I guess, was just walking around the group of people that wanted to enter and picked himself, like, who was going to win. So he comes up...
What a joke.
And he comes up to me and he's like, I'm a really big Batman fan. Like, this is the best Two-Face. Sorry, guys. I was dressed up as Two-Face.
Well, let's build on that. We all went as, like, the Suicide Squad.
True, okay.
So,
Shayna was Poison Ivy.
Your fiance.
Sean here was the Joker. The Suicide Squad version.
Yeah,
Jared Leto.
Right,
Go check
exactly.
it out.
So all you've seen is like that trailer.
Right.
And Deathstroke with Will Smith. Anyway, go ahead. You were Two-Face.
Anyway, we were all gone. I went all out. I burned this suit, everything. I looked pretty badass. Pictures on Facebook. Check it out.
You looked really badass.
But this dude came up to me.
It looked like he was a burn victim, straight up. It was so cool.
There was a couple people who had ridiculously good makeup last night when I went out.
Right.
Where there was like, but yeah, continue.
So dude comes up to me, gives me this little ticket stub. He was like, I'm a huge Batman fan, like, check it out, like, your best overall contest winner. And I was like, oh, sick, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The whole thing was like, you were going to get VIP tickets to next year's 515 Alive and like $100 or something like that. So he's like, just stick around, wait until I call your name up, and then we're going to go on stage and do this. He didn't tell me what time or anything. I was waiting between sets, like, oh, they're going to do it now.
This was like at 11 p.m. Like 10:30 even.
Yeah, so finally, like, at this point, Sean was pretty intoxicated. He was going around to every employee that he could find and was like, I need to know what's happening. My boy here won. I'm pissed off. He's like...
I was, dude. I was so mad.
He was so heated. But
he won the $100 in VIP and they didn't fucking give him anything.
Right. So...
You should...
Well, yeah, what'd they end up giving you?
So anyway... We eventually found out that it's not going to happen until the end of the show, so at almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, we had to stay. We weren't all going to stay there that long. Like, we were all done for the night. We were tanked. Like,
so we end up staying the whole time. After the show, he calls up on stage. I guess he had given out like 10 or 15 tickets throughout the night to people, and that was the thing. If you're going to be in part of the contest, you got to keep that ticket. And only 4 of us showed up with our tickets. Everybody was probably drunk and lost.
And you have to stay, like, until 2 a.m. Like,
right, yeah.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, very bad. Poorly done. But, anyway, so we get up on stage, the 4 of us. It's like some chick that dressed up in, like, this huge, elaborate, like, devil costume, which was really badass.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Some girl that dressed up like a Hydra or, like, some sort of weird-looking thing. Me. And then some dude that was painted himself as an Native American, which was
that terrible. Dude was so awful. Lydia was freaking out because she's so anti, like, don't go as like a natural race, like go as like.
Right.
So
it was a terrible costume. He was wearing cargo shorts and painted his body like it was. He terrible.
Looked like he was trying to be like a underwear model, like Calvin Klein underwear model. What the heck? And he was on something. I'm not gonna say what I think it was, but he was just like.
Geeking out,
slack jawed, like he was just like his eyes were going crazy. He on stage too in front of everybody.
Yep.
So anyway,
contest happens. He's like, "Here's all of our winners," because not a lot of people showed up. You're all winners, or some shit like that.
Yeah,
wow,
that's
like
really
elementary school shit.
No, it was.
Oh wow, since you attended, you're like all winners.
Well, it was gonna be like we were all the crowd that was still there was gonna judge.
Yeah.
But since like he said, there's 10 to 15 he gave out, only 4 showed up. So
right. So it was like a participation award.
Yeah.
But so he pulls us off to the side of the stage afterwards in the back, and he's like, we need to figure out what we're going to do here. Like, we don't know how we're going to do this because the contest didn't go as we planned. So you guys go to the front and we'll figure it out. So we all walk to the front, and then we meet this I don't even know, short Indian dude, and he's like, okay, well, we don't really know how we're going to do this.
Okay, we have no idea.
No, what's going on? It's exactly.
Oh my god!
Exactly what he said though. He's like, we don't really know what we're going to do here. We don't want people to complain on Facebook, is what he kept always saying. We don't want people to complain on Facebook. I don't know what he meant by that, but.
So we're complaining on a podcast, asshole.
So he's like, write down your information and we'll get back to you. So I did, and I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so he had like...
You should just start trashing it on Facebook.
No, straight up, like, first of all, Nick was, out of those 4, I don't know overall, because, like, I can't gauge, I didn't, like, look through the whole entire crowd, I can't gauge, like, who was the best overall. Yeah. In my opinion, out of those 4, Nick was easily the best, although the devil girl, whatever,
she was pretty rad.
She was really, she was solid. And, like...
Yeah,
they advertised too, costume contests. Like, it was part of the party. It was part of Freakout.
Right.
And then they just like
totally blew it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
You deserve $100 in VIP to next year's 5 and 5 Alive.
We'll see if I get an email.
You're not gonna get an email.
I'll update
you should be proactive about it and just start trashing him on Facebook.
Exactly.
Well, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh,
I didn't want to trash him directly. I mean, I'm just explaining the story. I'm not trashing right now.
I know you are. That's what you're saying this like you don't want. I am trashing you. That's so effed up.
But I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen yet, so I'm not just gonna be like, "Fuck you guys," and when they might end up giving me my shit. So it's preemptive. We're just kind of we're prematurely ejaculating on everybody.
Go on and
honestly, you're like a nice, pragmatic person, and I'm just like.
Oh, you're right. I'm like I would if I was you, I would be heated. I would be calling numbers. I would be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
No, I'll message them. I'll see what's up. I'll keep you guys updated.
I was annoying the hell out of security guards too, because I kept going up to them and asking, "What's going on?" Every 10 minutes.
See, my friend's here.
Yeah,
he won the contest,
dude. He won.
I need to know what's going on.
This is effing BS. This is effing BS. I'm gonna stay here till the end. I'll stay here for you, bro. You need your money.
Okay, but like $100.
Yeah,
is like a significant amount of money.
Right, like it's not like
to just win. Like
yeah, to just win. I mean, it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah,
really.
It's not gonna change your life, but it is a chunk of money that you deserve.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, so since the beginning of the EZPZ, we have talked about police brutality, police and racism, and now we got police and movie directors. Tell us about this, Nick.
All right, so one of my personal favorite movie directors, Quentin Tarantino. That's, if you don't know, he's done films like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
If you don't know, you suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Kill Bill, Django Unchained, Inglourious Bastards, Death Proof. Anything he's done, anything he's touched has like been my favorite. I've always loved the guy.
He's only done 7 films though.
I know, which is crazy. But it's quality. He's just like brand new.
Films are so good.
It's just like brand new. They don't put out a lot, but when they do, it's quality.
Totally.
But anyway, so he joined protesters in New York City for a rally against police brutality, basically. And now all of these police groups from New York City, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles so far are banding together to basically boycott any of his future projects or movies.
Why though?
Because they're calling him a cop hater, etc. Because basically he is on the side of the victims, whereas for some reason the cops are just together like, we're good, we're just doing our jobs, nothing's happening, like we're good, whatever. He has a quote here that was awesome. Said, "If you believe there's murder going on, then you need to rise up and stand against it. I'm here to say I'm on the side of the murdered," which I agree. I mean, I think what's been going on is insane, and there's been so much death already like this year, and it's been exponentially growing. Like,
we need to like take it back a notch though and look at the numbers, because the numbers are don't lie, and we are like as a society getting more peaceful. Like as the years go on, and so
we say that, but
we get a signal boost. Like everyone can give like a huge signal boost to like all these like horrible tragedies where like a cop kills a black man or like a cop kills like insert race here, and like like you can just post it on the internet and it will just go everywhere like instantly like wildfire. So
in a previous episode though, I did look at the numbers, and within the past couple of years, that number of police victims has increased. Yeah. So I mean, maybe as a society, different ways that's changed, but police killing people,
police brutality
has actually, yeah. And that was the main point of this rally, is that's what they're against specifically. So I mean, I'm on his side. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm on his side too.
I mean, it's hard to say you're not on his side, right? Like, I am on his side. I just want to like, I always try to like, I go in this with a tempered like.
Yeah,
and I will say that every situation is different involving a police shooting.
Right.
So it's never going to be this black and white thing. No pun intended. No pun intended. It's never going to be this black and white, clear cut thing. You have to look at each situation. But yes, overall the numbers of deaths are rising, and which is concerning, and it shouldn't be happening.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like every case just needs to be looked at.
I agree. And I mean, this isn't the first time that Quentin's gotten negative press either. Like, anytime he puts something out, people are against it because his movies are so violent and
he's really polarizing. Yeah, that's
or
really,
like even like just little things like in Django, Unchanged, how they said the N word, like hundreds of times.
A lot of
just things like that. He gets bad press about all.
God, I love that movie though.
It's
my favorite movie of that year.
After I saw this, I was like, I need to rewatch every one of his movies. I've seen them all and I love them all. I just haven't seen them in so long.
I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs actually sit down and watch it all. Like I've seen bits and pieces here and there.
It's a very good movie.
I've only seen the first half of that. It's a movie that I started.
Right, exactly. What do you guys think about Hateful Eight, like that trailer?
See, I'm against watching trailers, but I did watch the trailer, and
it's hard to avoid it. It's been like going on for like the last year. It seems like.
The main thing I have against movie trailers is that 90% of movie trailers, you basically see the whole storyline through it. Now the Hateful Eight trailer, it just basically like previews a couple like. It like prefaces it a little bit, but it doesn't give away really anything. So yes, I watched it and I'm so excited to see how good it is.
Have you seen the trailer at all, Nick?
I haven't actually, and when you guys were talking about it, I'm actually not even sure what it is. So give me a little background. What?
Okay, so I don't know. I'm not gonna be like a expert here, but basically like there's 8 like assassins or 8 like. I don't know.
I tried. I would have more info on this, but this is a movie that I've tried to not look into. Same with any Wes Anderson film, and then I would say Quentin
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite movie director. Okay. I think Quentin Tarantino doesn't make. He makes a movie like every 3 years, I would say, so it's not that often. But those are the 2 directors that I try. I know it's going to be quality, so I don't look into any of it. And it's just this like.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay. But yeah, now that you actually are saying it with the assassins, that makes sense. I think I have heard about it. I just don't know if I've seen the trailer.
The script. Did you guys hear about when the script was leaked?
No.
And he almost didn't make this movie because the script was leaked.
He wrote this movie. He wrote this movie like a decade ago. Like he started like the story and like the outline, like he's had this vision for like a decade.
See, that's so interesting to me as like a person who creates
content.
Stuff. Yeah. Essentially, and that he has this idea like 10 years ago or whatever, and it's now coming into shape. It must be like an awesome feeling to have.
I love how it's called Hateful Eight, but it's like his 8th film. It's like really cool how it encompasses like he's building it into his actual foray, like his resume and stuff. Like
it's cool. Legit. I don't know. I always love like the actors that he uses as well, and how he always somehow kind of throws Samuel L. Jackson into the mix.
Michael Madsen, Samuel L. Jackson.
Like, it's so good. I love it. I like kind of almost a recurring theme with stuff, even though the movies are different. Like I don't know. He's
like
so
built multiple careers. Like he's built people's careers.
So
God, I can't. Careers.
All right, so I found out something this week that may or may not be useful because it may or may not still work now. Basically, I was over in East Village, so I drove from my apartment over to East Village. And it was during the daytime, during the week, and you have to pay the parking meters, and it's like a cent for every minute. So, I mean, if you're going to be out for a bit, you're probably going to put a couple dollars in. I was getting lunch, and I was just going to walk around, so I was probably going to be out for about an hour. Then, keep in mind that these parking meters don't take pennies, which is the most ridiculous thing, and I have a lot against it. But all I had in my car were pennies and basically pizza tokens and up-down tokens from the arcade bar over there. So it's like, I like looked all over my car to find even a quarter. I
hate that feeling.
Because
I never experienced this feeling.
I had cash on me, so I was like, well, as soon as I eat, I can just come back and feed it. But I was like, I know that like if I leave for 5 minutes even, they're gonna swoop in and they're just gonna give me a ticket.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, I'll just try the pennies. It doesn't work. And I'm like, well, I could try this like token. So I know for a fact that this parking meter had 0 minutes on it. And I put this pizza token in, which is the size of a quarter essentially, and it is gold. It's a little bit lighter than a quarter, I want to say. And it gave me an hour and 40 minutes. And it was like this amazing moment. There's like a choir singing in the background.
That's amazing.
So that was awesome. So I thought maybe it was a fluke. I was kind of busy that day, so I didn't really go around to different meters just putting in tokens.
Right.
So then I want to say a couple days after that, I do the same thing, same area. I don't think it was the same exact meter, but it was right on the same little stretch. And it works again.
Jeez.
So
and you
I took it, I put it on my Snapchat, so like you guys probably saw it.
Yeah.
It did go from 0 to 140.
Yeah, an hour.
So
40 minutes.
Damn.
then I tried a third time and it didn't work.
Okay.
So I don't know if maybe they caught on.
Third time wasn't a charm.
It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
That's
They
hilarious.
got onto the pizza token.
I have a few sitting at home. I'm gonna try it just to see what happens.
Right, it's worth a shot.
Yeah. I never need an hour and 40 minutes on time, but I'll try it. I'll try it just to try it.
Right.
See if it works.
Parking meter hacks with Dan.
Anybody listening out there, try it. Let us know what you find. See if it works. That's legit. Speaking about putting things into things, you were talking about Tinder or something?
Oh my god! Nice.
Yeah, I was talking. So basically, we talked like I want to say a couple episodes ago, a couple weeks ago about Tinder. I got a Tinder just for the hell of it. Like, why not? And I've been really trying to network more and just get to know people, and it's a lot more difficult than you'd think. Especially to find, and you can network with people, but to find people you actually want to spend time with or connect with.
Yeah.
So you got a lot to go through.
There's a lot of work.
So I actually brought up last time about I had a number that I got for some girl. So rewinds to whenever that was. I hit her up. She was extremely nice. Seems cool. She was like a writer, and we had some mutual friends. And I decided to meet her at a bar. I go to this bar, and this is going to be a really condensed version. It was just a terrible night. But basically, I hate to call her out and say she was just an average-looking brunette that I couldn't pick out from the crowd.
Oh my gosh.
But here I am at the bar. I went in saying, hey, look for the guy with the jacket. And I gave a little description, so I was waiting for her to come up. And I go to the bar, and I'm waiting for her, and I'm like, browsing through the crowd,
Right.
And like, there's a couple like potential
possibilities.
candidates, but I like didn't want to go up.
Did you see a picture of her though?
Yeah. I had there's pictures on Tinder, but I really didn't like analyze this picture. I was like, oh, she's gonna come up to me, like she'll recognize me, like I'm like the most attractive guy in the bar. Clearly she's gonna know. So, but yeah, then time goes by, and like 15 minutes goes by, and just nothing. And yeah, so
She stiffed you?
Yeah, I know. She was actually at the bar because as soon as like I left, I was like, okay, I'll look at her picture again. And I really analyzed it, and I was like, okay, I did see that face for like a minute.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, she never came up to me, so whatever, her loss. Clearly.
Wow.
Clearly. So that didn't work. She was at the bar, but it didn't work. And then
That's such an awkward thing.
Right.
Like, hey, did I find you? Are we the Tinder people? No?
Right.
Okay.
So Tinder, I would definitely say it works, but not really.
Yeah, it's really weird.
You've had a good couple of stories from it.
There should be like something where your phones like connect and like vibrate when they're near each other. Bzz, bzz. Oh, hey, there's your Tinder fuck.
So Nick, are you hashtag dicks up or hashtag dicks down?
Dicks down all the way.
Dicks down. What about you, Dan?
Neither.
You're hashtag dicks down.
No dick.
You let your
Okay,
dick.
well,
Okay, so you.
Explain what this is.
So hashtag dicks up. Use it all over the place, like on Facebook and stuff. Is where you put your dick in your waistband, and that's just how people operate day to day. They just like put their dick up in their waistband. I don't get it.
It
doesn't make any sense.
No.
Apparently, like it's a thing though. It's probably people out in California or something. Weirdos out
So
on the West
progressive
Coast.
out there.
Yeah. But most people just let it all hang low, like me. Like hashtag dicks down.
If I put it up, it'd be flopping out.
Well, that's
flopping
what
over my belt.
That's what I'm
It'd be
confused. That's what I'm confused about. Like, where does it go exactly? Do you have to do it at an angle? Because you can't just go straight up.
Yeah, you do. They just go hashtag dicks straight up.
So what if you're wearing like a button-up shirt?
I like how you're like.
That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be like.
I wonder what dick you're picturing right now. Cause I can see it in your eyes. You're picturing this. You're trying to understand a scientific way.
A big enough dick is not gonna work with the waistband. It's gonna pop out your button-up shirt like.
No, you just don't. Like, you don't have to stretch it out. Like, you just put it up. Hashtag dicks up. I'm not arguing. I'm, like, playing devil's advocate here. I'm not trying to, like...
Have you guys... Okay, I'm a hashtag dicks down person. But I've never even tried. Like, maybe it's this, like, weird, crazy sensation that I don't know anything about. You know?
Experiment.
And maybe I should just try it today.
Yeah, just try it for a day. I tried it for a minute and I hated it. I'm not doing it right now.
Oh my gosh.
No. Okay, so let's get into some music. No, let's get into some Halloween stuff. What'd you guys do for Halloween? You were stage 12 fuckboy, I heard.
I was a level 10 fuckboy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which means I didn't... See, there's a dual meaning. You can be a fuckboy as your costume, but it means you aren't dressing up. And that's what I did. I did get called out by this guy I knew. He was like, what are you dressed up as? I was like, nothing. He was like, I know, it was a joke. You wear the same outfit every day. I was like, yeah. But what I did, I went to some like Halloween party on Friday, and then I went over to the Lift just for an hour or two, one of my favorite bars. And
that place rocks.
It was, you guys didn't go downtown. Everyone was so entirely trashed. I was at the Lift. We were it was daylight savings time last night.
So
Halloween. So at 2 a.m.
At
2 a.m. when the bars are supposed to close, it goes back to 1 a.m. and there's an extra hour. I think they shut down at about 1:30, which is really 2:30 or really 1:30, however you want to word it. Just because everyone was so trashed.
Yeah.
And walking home.
They were probably like, yeah, we can't be giving these people anymore.
Yeah. It was, I only had maybe 2, 3, 4 drinks. So I was nowhere near where these people were at. It was just ridiculous.
Should have got some
guy,
it's like St. Patty's Day.
Some guy came up and almost kissed my ear. It was just weird.
What?
Yeah, no, it was people were just a mess. And then there was these people who were had lightsaber fighting. And
that's hilarious.
Lightsaber fighting in the street?
Yeah, no, in the bar.
Oh my god!
It was like a lightsaber. One guy had a lightsaber, and the other guy had a cane. It was this weird. it was just.
Did you guys watch that Star Wars trailer? No.
Wasn't there a couple out now?
Yeah, there's a couple out, I think. But they had the main one, the final one before theatrical release or whatever this December. Yeah, it was pretty intense. I guess if you guys didn't watch it,
I did watch it. I'm more excited for Battlefront 3. I will say that.
The video game?
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 3. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has been my all-time favorite game. So.
Are you gonna get a new?
See, that's my thing. I might just rent a console and play it for a week, and do it that way.
Where would you even rent a console anymore? There's no more Blockbusters or anything.
I don't know. Can you even rent consoles anymore?
I don't think so.
You probably can. You might be able to do a family video.
That's so weird.
Try it. I don't know, but if anywhere you could be somewhere like that, I would think.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, Star Wars.
Nick, what did you do for Halloween?
We already talked about what we did for Halloween. We hung out and raged, and I didn't win my Halloween costume.
No, Halloween, last night.
We were hanging out.
We're talking about Saturday night, not Friday night.
We were at Brandon's hanging out. We were chilling, having a good time.
What do you think about Brandon? How's he, his parties? Do you think he
does a good I think job? We've talked about him before, but they're always pretty rad. He always throws a good party, has a bunch of food.
What was your favorite food?
I honestly tried one of everything.
I like the bacon. Dude, he had he had caramel apples dip in frosting. And they were so good.
He had these bacon wrapped kielbasas, which were really good too.
Yeah, those were really good.
It's nuts. Dan, you should have been there. Eat all the food. I think I gained a few pounds, so that's gross.
I did. I did get a snap from one of you guys with all the food.
Yep.
Yeah, Dan, what'd you do last night? You just went out to the bars normal stealth mode? You were level 10 fuckboy?
Yeah, basically, that's me.
You should have at least had a name tag, fuckboy.
I should have just gone out as stealth mode Dan and did something. Yeah. Just, put a bag over my head.
Yeah, you should have. That'd be legit. That's funny.
Thanks for listening to EZPZ, guys. I'm your host, Shaun S. Johnston. You can find me at Shaun S. Johnston. And send us your emails, comments, questions. We'd love to hear back from you. Just shoot us an email at theeasypeasypodcast@gmail.com. Nick, where can they find you?
They can find me at Bazooka X Nick. I do my art, Nick Gandy Art on Facebook, and they also should like the EZPZ on Instagram because I'm the administrator there and I do all the posts on that. Thank you. Where can they find you, Dan?
Find me in the real world.
Stealth Mode Dan.